Hello guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today I'm going to show you how to draw the animated Catwoman from Batman the Animated Series. Maybe we'll throw some Tim Burton in it, so come on, let's get started. Hello cartooners, welcome back. Yes, you guys seem to like those Tim Burton, Bruce Timm mashups, and I've been getting requests for Catwoman. So let's start with the Bruce Timm version, and then we'll have some fun with it. So, come on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw her in a typical Catwoman stance. I'm not going to have her crouching or leaping or anything. She's just going to be standing. She's facing to the side a little bit. So we're going to throw in the circle. We're going to throw in that lower triangle here at the eye line, and let's give her a neck. So Catwoman is very slinky. She's very sleek. She's going to be leaning on one leg. So let's give her a line of action down here like this. It's going to be curved right up here and go down here on this angle here like that. I've given you a shoulder line here on an angle like this. Now, that shows you the weight distribution on the hips. So if I draw an angle like this, the exact opposite angle will need to be drawn in like that. And that's how I know the angle for the oval for her hips. I'm going to do some connecting here. She has a rib cage right in here. You can't forget the space for the rib cage and then for the waist. And now I'm going to take this in here and bring it down here. They'll show you where the floor goes, and then the halfway point. Halfway point is here, so there's where the knee goes, right? So I'm going to throw in a rough idea of her thigh, and then down here I'll throw in her calf muscle. It tapers down into a very thin ankle, and then I'm just going to throw in an oval for a placeholder for her foot. This leg, because this one is on an angle, this one needs to be more straight down. The knee will be in the same spot, but that thigh is going to be angled like so. And I'm going to give a little more of a turn on her foot on this side. So we've got her calf, and it slinks down here like that. Slinks. Sorry, I love drawing the villainesses of this series. They're fun. They're fun. Catwoman is one of the most fun. Very rough on the foot. She's got a boot, so she's going to need a heel. And let me just fix ball of foot. Okay, a lot of these details won't even be drawn in. We're going to simplify it, but I just need to make sure that I have the right shape in there. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now we're going to draw her with one arm to the side. Remember, we're drawing Bruce Timm style, so we have the straight line here against the curves here. Bottom of rib cage, elbow, forearm. And we're just going to throw the hand in like that. Then on here, I'm going to put her hand on her hip. And, let's see. Shoulder. I'm pretty happy with the rough sketch that we have in place here. The proportions I'm comfortable with. The pose is very Catwoman-esque. So let's dive back in and let's throw in some details. I'm going to start with her head because I like the females looking kind of presentable while I'm drawing them usually. So let's throw in an eye line here, right about there, just right above that where the cheeks indent. Catwoman is wearing her mask, which has these great big eye cutout shapes. Catwoman has these cat-shaped eye openings that are not that big. Okay. You want to make sure that this vertical line here is like the mirror here, right? So we got to reflect the angle on this side. And now that I'm doing that, I want to bring that head shape forward a little bit. Looking a little like Spider-Man here. Let's fix that before we go any further. So we've got the shape in here like this, right? Well, we need the opening of the mask for her face. So I like to parallel here and here for that opening. And let's just define the jaw shape on Selina, like so. Okay. Opening like that. Her nose is a little divot here. And because she is a Bruce Timm sketch, we'll throw in that Bruce Timm-like mouth. Now, unlike all of the other females in this universe, Catwoman doesn't do the black lipstick with the colored highlight. She wears like a pinkish lipstick. So that's nice and bright. She differentiates herself from the rest of the cast that way. Okay, we've got to draw in some eyes here. So, here. Before I do that, let me just make sure that the head is working for me. And it is. Good. Alright. Ears. Come up here. And angle this one. Bruce Timm eyes on a female. And a nice curve in like that. And then we've got a longer line. It extends off of the top here, the top corner. Just like so. And we'll make this line a little thicker, because that represents the eyelashes as well as any eye makeup she's wearing. Like that. On this side, we'll do the same thing, but you'll see a lot less of that eye on this side. You know, just match the thickness of that line. And I'll just throw in a circle in like this. All right, and now we'll move down to the neck and the shoulders. Catwoman is very athletic, but we don't want to give her a big build, right? So, yeah, that's better. I'm going to just draw in this arm while I'm at it. Catwoman doesn't have any ornamentation on her, except she does have these gloves. and they're a little loose fitting here up at the cuff. And if I'm going to draw her holding her whip, it's this arm, so I can't use it as a model really, but I'm gonna, let's see. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh, okay. Meat of the thumb. Remember, I'm drawing a female, so I want that thumb to be thinner. Good. Now I do have a mirror, so I could use my left hand as a model and just show it in the reflection. But I think I'm able to pull this off. Let's see. Alright, whip. Fingers, okay. Well, yeah, the whip extends this way. I'm just going to color the whip in to differentiate it from the fingers, and let's just throw it down here like this. I might draw that a little longer, who knows. Let's go back into the torso. Rib cage down. Okay, so we've got the middle of the torso here like this. So I know where to put this highlight. And this profile here like that. I'll throw in the other arm. Now you notice with the gloves, I'm not drawing the gloves all the way up here, like in the original incarnation with the gray bodysuit. So far I'm kind of drawing in like a hybrid. This right here would be a black mask with a gray back of the head and neck. It would be a gray cat suit for Catwoman for the original incarnation of the animated series character. I usually draw in the looser gloves. I just kind of, I realized that that's kind of where my brain went to here. Draw the fingers here on the hip. Yeah, I kind of went on autopilot there, huh? Okay, knee. You'll notice I turned the paper around. That's so that I could give you a nice line here like that. I actually like... Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's a better curve. Now, if you're going to draw in the shin on the side, you don't want to draw a completely straight line. I want to give that a little bit of a curve there. And the boot. This side as well. I want to throw in the ankle here. And this one, like that. So if I were to draw in the Bruce Timm version, we've got, she wears a belt around her waist here, and they're yellow discs, right? Okay, so we have this sketch in here, right? I am going to erase those gloves. Like I said, when I draw Catwoman, I usually draw in the gloves like that. And that's not what we were going for today. I'm going to also erase that belt. And we're going to make this look like a hybrid of the film. So when Batman Returns, Catwoman makes her own costume in a fit of rage, right? She's not really much of a seamstress, and it shows. She created her costume out of an old raincoat. And she has a pattern of stitching like this. Let's see. And we're going to open up this eye slit right here for that stitching. She has like a fork in the road here, kind of stitching right here. And this will curl up like that. And to oversimplify the stitching, now of course it's all black, right? She's wearing an all black vinyl catsuit with white stitches. And you could either draw little lines in like this, or little crosses every now and then. And then she's got a couple right in here. Now, if I want to make her look a little bit more like Michelle Pfeiffer, I might give her a little bit of a laugh line here like that. And maybe a little eyebrow. The eyebrow actually may confuse the drawing if you're not coloring it in. We'll throw a little stitching here. Now, if it's all black and you want to do some highlights, this highlight I drew in here earlier works out just fine. And you'll want to stay away from a white highlight on black. You'll want to go, like, there's a reason why Batman in the animated series had a blue highlight instead of a white one or a gray one. The blue shows off the reflection off the black a little more convincingly than white would. Catwoman being all black vinyl, a little white here and there is good, but I think a little subtle smoky blue would be even better. I don't know, you guys play with it and see what you like. I'm going to throw in some stitching here. Throw in some here like this. And she's made a bit of a corset here. And the stitching goes in like that. She was nice to us here. She put some stitching straight down her torso. She has this one little opening here that we'll just cover up here like that. One right above her knees like this. And then one that goes off like that. She's wearing boots. There's a whole lot of extra detail in these boots that would need to be simplified for animation. So, no detail in the boots. And then we're going to throw in like that. Now, again, if I were to do a highlight, I would probably do one right about here. I would go a little wider on the highlight right about here because we've got to show some volume, and then go nice and thin right in there. And again, I would go like a smoky blue, and then maybe an area where it gets more white, where it gets a little bigger here. Smoky blue, maybe white, a white oval right here at the shoulder, maybe one right here at the curve of the arm here. And what that'll do is that'll show you more volume. It'll push that highlight out a little bit. I would maybe do a blue highlight right here. Guys, if you like drawing videos like this, I've got a whole playlist of how to draw Bruce Timm style drawings right here for you. I want to thank you guys so much for drawing with me today, and until the next video, we'll see you later.